All right, practice 13 today. Really good day. Thursday we got a short day. Obviously spring game on Saturday, but we're pretty ready for that. I think our guys are ready to wrap it up. Had a good practice again today. Had 134 play scrimmage Saturday, so we got after it really Saturday. It was a good day. Got a couple guys banged up, but overall came out of it really good. Which as a head coach, that's the main priority, is coming out healthy and being smart and making sure that we don't go too far. But 134 plays, a lot of work. Finished with overtime, which was not planned. It was 53-53, I think, something like that. But it was a great day all around. It was probably one of the best scrimmages I've been around.
It was the offense scored a winning touchdown, right?
In overtime, yes.
Can you give me details?
Well, I can give you little details. It was, I think on first down they ran it, from the 25, of course, took it down the left sideline, away from the scoreboard. Great run, and I think it was Shantez Moss, I believe. Then it was a late hit out of bounds.
Oh.
I won't give you jersey numbers, but it was an offensive lineman with a late hit out of bounds. So we had to back it up, which more adversity, which you like. 53-53, you were thinking that, okay, defense is going to win this one, but then the offense pulled it away, and actually Shafino had a touchdown pass to win the game in overtime. And I just said they needed a touchdown. We weren't going to go. I didn't want to go any longer. 134 plays was long enough, but it was fun.
Considering everything, is Shafino your tight end for Saturday?
He'd be one of them, yeah. I mean, Devin Edwards will be out there. Shafino and Bosser will get work. So.
You mentioned a couple of guys got banged up. Did anything major? Or just...
Nothing major. Nothing major. Knock on wood. We've been lucky. You read the newspaper and see guys are out for the year with ACLs, and want to get through Saturday. That's a priority to get through there. And you got to get your work done, but you want to stay safe at that risk too.
Do you have a sense of who's not going to be available on Saturday?
No, not really. We'll find out as we go this week. They got 4 days to get their bumps and bruises and twisted ankles ready to go, and I think everybody wants to go, and then we'll probably hold some guys just in case.
Can you recollect who tossed that pass to Shafino?
I can't recollect that at all. Can't recollect it. They both, Narduzzi and Max played really well, and the young guys, played okay. But the quarterbacks that were running with the ones played pretty good.
Do you have a sense of who will be the first quarterback on the field Saturday?
It depends on who wins the coin toss, because we'll be split up. So
the first two quarterbacks on the field then?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the draft. Depends on who gets drafted Wednesday or tomorrow.
Has Narduzzi surprised you this spring? Has he maybe practiced better than you expected?
Not really. He's a guy. He's just a young kid. I mean, he was a redshirt freshman last year. And he's got a long way to go as far as just years playing here at Pitt. It takes a while. It's not easy to come in and be the guy. To be honest with you, I'm surprised that he's as far along as he is right now. It's just so hard to continue to get better and learn the offense. He's just so much more composed in the huddle right now than he was a year ago. And so is McVitie. And for those young guys, that's why it was important for us to get an older guy just to help out that upper class area there.
How far along is Max?
He's far along. Find out Saturday. Right? We'll see Saturday. It's game day, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm happy with where Max is for sure.
You talk about wanting to come out healthy, and you only have really the two running backs that have been doing most of the practicing. Do you have like an idea of?
We've really got four. I mean, Kyle Vereen and Woods I should say, have also got a lot of reps and gotten better as the spring went on. So we'll have guys to carry the ball.
Obviously, it was a nice day
Saturday.
But
we finished. What was your question, though?
Do you have like a specific number of reps you're looking at those ones, the Quadri and
try to win the game? Awesome. When I was at Michigan State, you could not. I mean, we tried to get Le'Veon. When Le'Veon Bell was on the other side, we tried to get him out, and there was no reps that were going to take Le'Veon off the. It wasn't going to be like I'm the guy. I'll take my 10 carries and get out of here. That guy was going to take it all the way to the fourth quarter to win. That's what our guys are going to do, is compete. Regardless, we obviously are short numbers, just like everybody else is in the country. Other teams are going offense versus defense. We still like to split it up. And our depth is still good enough that we can still split it up, I believe, unless something drastic happens in the next couple of days. We're able to still split it up and go, blue and gold.
I just want to ask how those kickers did down there kicking at Hines, especially Kessman.
He did okay. I mean, he had an overtime, or excuse me, not in overtime, in regulation. He bounced one off the left upright and went over to the, left upright and bounced off the right upright and fell out. no good. But overall, a little wind in there, and a freshman in Heinz Field. It was an average. I think he was, what was he? EJ doesn't give it out. I want to say he was 6 of 10. I think he was 60%. But he missed, I think 2 of the misses were 45 and 47 yards. So those aren't easy field goals.
Is O'Neal getting even more comfortable at left tackle, or is that just sort of natural?
I think he is. I mean, he started off really slow, the first 3 or 4 days, and he's really turned it on. I mean, it's totally different, one side to the other. It's a different stance totally than he's worked for 2 years now. But he's I think, pretty good at the left tackle right now.
You mentioned Camp and Watts a couple times. How far have those guys come in the last 5 weeks?
They've come a long way. I mean, it's been up and down, but both those guys have been impressive. As a matter of fact, just kind of been bouncing back and forth with who's running the ones because they've both been impressive. And those are 2 guys right now I see as starters right now. And again, I could name 4 starters. I mean, obviously Taleni's playing really good, but those 2 guys are playing well. It was a good class of D tackles.
You like your 3 linebackers, the 3 guys who are with the first team right now?
I really do. I mean, I like a lot of guys. I like obviously Wagenis inside, and Elijah Zeiss has had a really good spring. I mean, really good. He had a great scrimmage the other day. Sean Adowu's playing really well, and probably a guy I have not mentioned enough is Anthony McKee. I mean, he's a sleeper. That guy's really played well, and I wasn't sure. Obviously you never give up on guys, but he's a guy that's come a long way. That you were kind of saying, come on, Anthony. I was hoping he was playing special teams last year. And we couldn't get him, mentally, that knowledge up there ready to go. But now he's come on strong, and he's going to play a lot of football for us.
Is that something that you're cognizant of? Is that players sort of get it at this level at different speeds? Some guys pick it up day 1, some guys it takes 2 years.
Yeah, I mean that's high school football, that's college football, that's that's English in your freshman year and English in your junior. Some guys pick it up at different times, and it doesn't mean they're good or bad. It just, it's part of the process, and it's not easy. But that's the thing you understand. Guys are going to get at different levels, and that's why you never give up. I've seen people, Coach D'Antoni used to always say, "Don't throw your trash out," and thinking that guy's not good enough. But I've seen it time and time again. Guys are always ready to go.
You mentioned Zeiss playing well on Saturday. I think I saw one of your coaches, I've seen it a few times, tweet out something about dog soldier of the day or something like that. Is that coaches just decide the best defensive player of the day? Or?
You know what? Ask Coach Conklin. I'm kind of out of the award system and who's getting tweeted out. But Coach Conklin, I think you're talking with him today, right?
Correct.
So he'd be able to answer the dog soldier. It's new to me.
Who's pushing Motley?
You know what? Who's pushing them? Everybody's pushing them. Theron Coleman and Dane Jackson, really, when you look at, I think there's 4 really good corners, and French has played a little bit more offense lately. But he played a lot of defense early, and he got some reps Saturday on defense. But I would say it's really Dane and Theron Coleman who are both playing well, and so is Felipe. Had a couple nice PBUs. You're talking about making plays on the ball. I'm seeing plays on the ball, out of all those guys. So it's good to see.
Any predictions for who those early picks will be tomorrow?
You know what? I haven't really looked at it. I'd have to look at a depth chart. Once you pull the seniors out and they get to choose. I mean, obviously, we have a senior quarterback, so he's going to, get drafted by the staff today. And I think after that, you kind of have to look at it after the seniors get chosen, and you guys can get your depth chart after you find out who's on whose team there, blue and gold today, to find out that.
Same reward system as last year?
Reward system?
The lunch.
Oh yeah,
For the
we're
teams.
playing for steak and lobster or hot dogs and beans. So certainly it's something to play for. That's why tailback wise they're all going to play. They don't want to eat hot dogs and beans, even though Kevin next door has got some darn good hot dogs and beans.